stoking. We are here uploading this week's episode. Checking through my page real quick. We did it. We hit our first 100 subscribers. That was our first goal. 100. Actually, we got 103. What up? Accomplishing little goals, little by little, little by little. That was one small goal when we started this. To at least hit 100. It's the little things that make me happy, man. Little things make me happy. Alright, so finishing and uploading the video today took a lot longer than expected. But you know, sometimes that's how life is, especially here in Nicaragua, and you just accept it and roll with it and make something positive out of it. And I did, because yeah, just like the last clip, we were talking about the small goals we had set for ourselves when we started this YouTube thing, and one of them was boom, the 100 subscribers, and boom, we had hit it today. We were stoked. I had a couple other like reasons and goals to try to do this also, and one of them was to finally break my caveman anti-computer mentality and finally try to embrace it, learn it, but make the learning process fun, which we're trying to do right now. And yes, we always want to continually make those small improvements and learn more, and hopefully everybody starts noticing just little by little things get better or whatnot, or because just the goal is to better ourselves in this process. And so yes, I finally took advantage of this time that I was going to be sitting down by myself in front of a computer for a while. Even though I knew it would slow down the internet a little more, I didn't care. I was stuck there, you know. Obviously I wasn't going to surf today. I wasn't able to do a couple other things on the responsible list, so I just accepted it. I got on YouTube, started researching and watching videos of how all this works and how to improve, and just little tricks here and there to make things easier, faster, better quality, whatever. And I feel like I learned a lot. I'm gonna try, hopefully if I have time this week, to actually apply those things that I hopefully learned today in next week's video, to see if I can actually speed things up or improve things, or whatever the subject was. Because yes, I have these good intentions, and I know there's so much information on the internet that I could like watch and learn. I just never have time to do it. So we just go, and then I'm trying to do these videos, which I love, I'm saying, but I have a lot to learn, and hopefully, just like the 100 subscribers today, we learned some things, and we're going to continue to progress, and that's the point. Always better your life, right? Better it, live the dream, another day in the life, have fun, do what you love, live in it, beyond blessed. Alright, good morning. We are up right in early. Get out and about and see what is going on with this swell. But we only have till about midday, because today is Wifey's birthday. I have to be back. We're taking the family out for a late lunch, early dinner, afternoon type situation thing, so we're not out too late. Got to surf tomorrow too. Tomorrow's supposed to be the Macro day. Regardless, it's always an adventure. We're on it. Stay tuned. See what we find. See what we get ourselves into this morning. We're stoking. Another day in life. Alright, well, so far we've checked 2 different beaches. The swell does not look too crazy huge. Not yet, at least. Kind of a little like funk mixed up. So we had some on shores last night. I think they're even calling for on shores this afternoon, which, like I was saying, helps me because I got to go to the wife's birthday. We're on a mission. So growing up on the East Coast, when there was swell, no matter what the conditions were like, you just had to get out there and surf, because you never knew when you were going to get more rideable waves. So I pretty much feel like that's what just happened there. Plenty of swell, less than favorable conditions. We still got wet, still did a few wiggles, couple turns, couple beatings. Salt water is definitely flowing through the grill right now. Gonna see when we get back to the truck what time it is, see if we have enough time to at least go look at the reef, just to see if it's holding it any better, or if it's still
disorganized and unruly even at the reef. Kind of get an idea, nice to know in case we experience some of the same conditions tomorrow, because tomorrow is supposed to be even bigger. But yes, there is plenty of swell, even though it might be a little unorganized, unruly at the moment. I'm sure there's some places that are handling it, but hopefully we will continue the search, the adventure. Just not this afternoon, we got the wifey's birthday, but the rest of this week we will be on a mission. Like always, fun never stops, the adventure continues. Another day in the life. Woo! All right, we pulled it off. We made it to the reef, checking the conditions, getting the scoop from the guys. Consensus was kind of the same. Swell started off super messy this morning, bumpy, disorganized. It's way more rideable here than where I was, but yeah, supposedly cleaning up now somewhat. The tide is high, the offshores are still blowing. I'm going on wifey birthday, so it don't matter now, but awesome. I'm on it. Perfect timing with wifey. Happy birthday, baby. I love you so much. Mwah. She's awesome. She always lets me surf first. Love it. Like I said, we're on time. We're picking up family members. We're picking up Christian from school. We're meeting other friends, and we are heading to another beach to have either a late lunch or an early dinner, whatever you want to call it, and try to make an early night because the swell is pumping and we have to surf again tomorrow. And luckily, my awesome, beautiful wife understands that, and she'll probably end up staying up all night having fun, but I'm going to get home and get to bed eventually. And the point is, yes, I did a good job, Chris. Yes. Wife's birthday. Happy birthday, baby. Love you so much. And we're going to have fun. Stay tuned. We're locked and loaded. We got the car full. The whole birthday crew. We're picking up Christian. We're stoking. It's on. Everything's going smooth.
How are you going to go surf?
We made it! Ay, 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 ay! Yeah.
Hi there, bros.
Yeah, boys! Ah. What a crazy chain of events has occurred so far today. Waking up this morning with plans to get out early again. Realized I never got around to download videos or charging batteries last night. Download videos, got batteries charging that I could. Obviously I had to leave them behind. Luckily I had 1.5, like 2, but like kind of equal to 1.5 I guess in time. So I get to the first spot a little later than I expected to. Sean and the pro guys are there. It actually looks really good. Those guys are putting on a show. Feel late, like I said though, and there was other people too there, and they had this one peak kind of themselves, and I was watching and I'm thinking, man, if I was gonna surf, I'd want to sit out there at that peak. It's like, man, I don't know if I want to like pile up in the middle of those guys right now. So I think to myself, it's way cleaner, it seems, than yesterday. Like yesterday it didn't look anything like this. These guys were getting like good waves actually. Maybe the swell's cleaned itself up a little bit. Maybe it's just the beginning yesterday that was so disorganized and funky. Let's go ahead to the next spot.
because if those guys come up there in a minute, then you'll be the first one, and then they have to power you instead of you trying to get in the mix with them. So I get to the next spot, it's way bigger there, victory at sea. I'm not seeing anything at all, and you guys know I love my beach breaks, and I'm just like, man, Chris, you've been doing this over and over and over, man. Just go to the reef for once, man. Just go to the reef for once. Like, who knows, you got your big board, maybe there's even some bombs at Outer, who knows, maybe Mars or some of the boys even there. Like, just go to the reef. Like, quit beach break dreaming all the time, bro. It just ain't happening. So I finally was like, okay, cool, I'll do it. I'll go to the reef, man. I think that's what we need to do. Get back to the truck, and boom, there's Sean and all the pro guys. Like, oh, what's up, what's up? Like, man, I just hate being negative, you know, and I have to say, it's victory at sea down there, man. Like, I mean, I love it. I mean, this is my beach break, and I'm throwing in the towel and saying go to the reef, man, and I never do that. And Sean's just like, no, the tide's gonna get right in just a minute. It's gonna turn on, you know it, Chris. The tide just ain't right yet. And I was like, you know what, Sean? I'm loving the positive energy here, man. I'm feeling you on this right here. And he's like, yeah, the tide just ain't right yet, Chris. It's gonna get there in just a minute. I'm like, we're getting here just on time, man. All right, man. You know, hey, thank you, Sean. Because like I said, I hate being the negative person, man. And it's like, nah, Sean, you know what? I'm digging this this positive thing, man. I'm rolling with you. Hey, man, take two, guys. If at first you don't succeed, try again, right? Met Felipe, met Peterson. They got Peterson Crisanto with them now too. Chippa from the other day. Mike, stab guy, all the filmers, photographers. They got a whole crew. Super cool guys, epic. But when you know, the day I get to finally meet all these guys is the day I barely have any GoPro batteries. That's just the way things work for me sometimes. As soon as those guys step foot on the beach, the waves just start looking pumping. They're hooting and hollering, they're looking at me like, dude, what are you talking about? It's pumping. I'm like, hey, man, Sean's positive vibes like willed that stuff to happen, bro. It was not looking like this a minute ago. I'm so glad I ran into you guys. I love Sean's vibes. So glad I came back, and boom, we had fun little window, surf window pros. So I didn't get my glory bell, but I watched all kinds of crazy stuff go down with those guys. I love surfing with people that are better than me, especially the pro. You just see, like, I get to see why Felipe, they call him, you know, the fastest surfer, and why he's world champion. The guy's just like, and everybody was ripping. It was so sick. And then the minute they all got out and wanted to leave, boom, it died. It was just one of those pure, like, in the moment, Sean's positive vibes, the pros. I'm lucky that I hadn't left yet and caught that and came back with them. Boom, boom. Had just enough battery to pretty much capture everything. Stoking, super epic to see them surf, meet them. There was a few things I left out. There were buckle boards, there were tweaked knees, there were broken boards, there were crazy barrels that were made, some not made. There were airs that I've never witnessed in person. There was hooting and hollering, there was fun times being had. Stoke, Nicaragua, epic good times. Thanks all you guys, thank you Sean, Stoke, hanging surfing with y'all. Good day, man, good day. after the killer little window yesterday with Sean and the boys. Scored a fun little window today with my buddy Manny. I hadn't seen him since he's been back down here in Nica. If he's back, that means the big waves are on the way. That's what he does, man. He surfs them big waves. And I love Manny. He pushes me in that big stuff. Pretty much all the big waves I've surfed in my life have been with him. It's good to see him. Winters nowadays, he's over there in Mavericks or Jaws doing the real big stuff. Stoked for him, proud of him. Always glad to see him back down here. I could see in the beginning of the session, he would paddle here, the wave would come here. He'd paddle there, the wave would go there. And I remember after a minute him being like, man, Chris, I ain't even got a wave. And I've been kind of struggling finding my barrel the last 2 days also. I was like, I feel your pain, homie. Like, shortly after, he finally gets one. All right, Chris, I finally got one, cool. And then after that, it just started clicking for him. I saw him get quite a few pretty sick ones. I was stoked for him. After the session, he's like, man, Chris, like, man, I haven't been barreled in months, man. It like totally like blew me away. Like, what? Like, what did you do all winter? Because usually, like I'm saying, that guy's at Mavericks or Jaws or chasing a barrel somewhere. That's what the guy does. I love it. I like chasing barrels, but he takes it to whole nother levels. So I was like, dude, well, what have you been doing all winter? And he said he got injured and he hadn't been surfing that much, and then he's just been working the rest of the time. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he like did his little smile. I was like, it felt so good to get barreled today. And I was like, I bet it did. Shoot, stoked for you, man. All right, gonna go ahead and get the talking out the way and end it on the surf clips again. Another pumping week of swell, surfing with the pros, world champions even, big wave legends, old friends, Stab, Sean at Nicaragua Travel, epic times. Nicaragua just keeps producing. The adventure never stops. We are en route to meet our friends for the next week. Stay tuned. Another day in the life. Thank you guys so much.